Udah, the screen is good. All is good, guys. All good, all good. Wait, aku lagi coba balas chat, jadi coba multitasking, mau bersabar teman-teman. Sabar ya. I just see something, bro. Kekat sampai mana dah, astaga, tiba-tiba kan. Jujur tiba-tiba banget katanya, Ro, kawan kuliah kayak, Ro, aku perlu ini nih, tolong bawain ke sini. What the hell? Gitu loh. Wait, what? My Genshin, what? Loadingnya? Wah, lama banget loadingnya. Tell me why. Ah. Kita lanjutin lagi, jangan bilang ulangnya jauh. Oh, untung gak jauh. Terakhir sampai sini doang kan.
Suddenly, I've been plunged into darkness, alone.
Alone.
It feels strange, as if something has grabbed hold of me Is Dottore now powerful enough to interfere with space itself?
Look at you, standing so still in total silence. Hello there, traveler.
He seems to be in a good mood. Wait, what's that behind him?
Ah, so you noticed. This is the completed trilune. 2 primordial moon marrows and 1 artificial specimen. You are wary of it. Good. Maintain that reverence. You performed well in that recent battle. Brave and reckless as always. Courage is the sign of a true hero, and impulsiveness is the hallmark of those who strive to advance. I say this not to belittle you.
3 moon marrows. Does that mean the artificial one is now complete too?
Well spotted. What do you think? For a replica I built myself, I dare say it looks the part.
Dottore, are you planting illusions in my mind?
I have no interest in fooling your eyes. On the contrary, I hope to show you the true essence of all that you see before you. Is this not a beautiful city? People live in peace and find joy in their work. The streets are safe. People can even leave their doors unlocked at night. You might say it is the Elysium everyone dreams of. All available data indicates your values and worldview conform with the mainstream. This kind of society should be quite to your taste.
False beauty is deceitful. Lies are to no one's taste.
I wonder, is it your moral standards that are too high? Or your Answer me this. If someone existed in a sweet dream from the moment they were born...
That's pure sophistry. It has nothing to do with your actions.
As I suspected. You have yet to understand all of this for what it really is.
What do you want from me?
You sound impatient. Do you think the only reason I'm keeping you is because I want something from you?
If it's not, then why haven't you killed me yet? No one can stop you if you're as powerful as a god.
I'm delighted you recognize that fact. I believe we last squared off in Sumeru. Ah, the memories. How time flies. You and I have both grown. I'm not surprised that Arlecchino and Sandrone worked with you. You've always a way of slowly but surely ingratiating yourself with all levels of society. People laud you as a hero, but I suspect there's more to it than that. Oh, but to be clear, I don't say that to flatter you.
Do you always give your opponent an appraisal before you deal the final blow?
Call it a long-time habit. I'm a
Tadi siang
researcher,
juga ada Genshin,
and
cuma
one of my
tiba-tiba ada yang
duties is to
mendadak
give an
tuh.
objective assessment, but you
Jadi,
misunderstand.
ku stop,
We
baru
are
ku lanjutin
not.
lagi
I just
nih
want to
malam nih.
talk. Think back to Tartaglia, Arlecchino, Capitano, Colombina, and now even Sandrone.
Kami bicara sebentar, ingat kembali tentang Teneri, Arlecchino, Capitano, Colombina, dan sekarang bahkan.
You've worked with each of them in the past. I believe you can work with me as well.
What makes you so sure?
Well, why not? Should the good associate only with the good and the bad befriend only the bad? I like to think we could have a more mature relationship than that. Surely you don't think all your relationships are grounded in friendship or shared ideals. People come together because it benefits them to do so. Morality, ambition, dreams.
Weh,
People
bisa
have
kebalik
plenty of
gitu.
words to embellish the nature of their relationships. But once you break free from those ethical frameworks, you will see that the only thing connecting the two of you is mutual benefit. And that is what I'd like to talk to you about.
We're finally getting into it. He's probably been planning to kidnap me for a long time now. But for what exactly? He has the authority of all 3 moons. I won't be able to gain the upper hand in a fight. Best if I pretend that I'm willing to negotiate for now. You say you're a god, but you also speak of mutual benefit. What could a god want that the 3 moons cannot provide?
Excellent question. But before I answer, I would ask you the same thing. Gaining Columbina's allegiance was a rare and extraordinary feat.
Bisa memberi
The
kalau
moon arrows are now in my hands, and I have the edge over her. For this artificial moon is not being rejected. Her identity and lineage may have been a thing of glory in the old world, but they were also shackles that prevented her from ever integrating. So what is it that the 3 moons cannot grant you? What stops you from negotiating with me to get what you want?
I don't make deals with lying psychopaths.
Ano, Lucas?
That's quite an accusation. Are you expecting me to get angry with you? In the past, my less mature self might have been disappointed, perhaps even angry, over a small setback like this. Like when you and Lesser Lord Kusanali joined forces to oppose me, for example. But things are different now. Just as the rich do not quibble with the poor, I no longer find myself perturbed by these trivial affairs. Human relationships end with conflicts of emotions and interests. But relations between humans and gods are different. And ours is even more unique. I have ascended to the highest heights and laid claim to unprecedented horizons. And you were no ordinary person to begin with. Allow me to show you the world, Descender.
Oh, what is it?
To stand, walk, jump, sit, and lie down. These are the most common of behaviors.
What?
Have you ever wondered why we were born following such laws? Who stipulated that we could not fly instead of walk?
Dia ajak terbang nggak tuh? Holy.
Someone of your talent and experience must surely know of the 4 great rulers who serve the heavenly principles. They govern life, death, time, and space.
Dengan awal berbakat pengalaman sepertimu pasti tahu tentang 4 penguasa prinsip langit. Kehidupan, kematian, waktu, dan ruang.
One wounded by a blade will die from blood loss or infection, and one who falls into a lake will drown in agony. The elderly wallow in solitude, and the solitary age faster. Eventually, new life is born, only to embark on the same path of suffering. These 4 divisions anchor the world and shackle those who live in it. But they themselves transcend its boundaries, squandering the power bestowed by the heavens. All who live yearn for equality, but unless the gods prostrate themselves and profess that they are mere servants of the living, equality can never exist. Who makes the rules we must live by? Who has the right to restrict us? The limits of the body can be rejected.
Kejam banget. Rawi. Enggak. Pengen sih kecil 6 kolom.
How does it feel to be among those with absolute power?
Itu sih gila, one hit semua.
You cannot conceive the extent to which your flesh hinders your mind and spirit. Only by discarding our useless, primitive eyes
Besok pagi
can
ada.
we
Oh, halo,
perceive a new
pucus.
world. How narrow-minded we all were in the past. Why should the
Ini
finer
rasa aja
ends of
besok
the
pagi
world
ada acara
not
semangat
be
streamnya.
the power that predates those of
GL.
life,
Oh iya, oke.
time, and
GLHF.
space. The power of the Trilune.
Di foto kena one hit. Iya.
Through it, I have glimpsed new experimental possibilities. Nature suppressed, authority exiled, souls controlled.
Bentar ya, aku sambil balas
You
chat
know, I
nih.
heard recently that a group of critics reviewed countless stories and drew an interesting conclusion. They found that it is more often than not the villains who strive tirelessly to push the boundaries of progress. In fact, long before this, someone voiced a similar idea in an academia editorial. I felt a great affinity with this perspective. Fanatics are trampled down for their transgressions, and those who transcend are rebuked for their audacity. And so, the majority of creatures are too timid to follow my lead. But all sacrifices made during my experiments have been worthwhile, as you can now see. I can offer you
Wah,
something
aku
new,
matiin satu kota
something
itu.
unique,
Kau main game itu.
precisely because I am a villain.
Nggak ada.
Think about it. We are eternally bound
PAN
through
simulator.
mutual
Game
interest.
apa itu mobile?
Can you truly say you would never turn to malice if it could give you the life you dream of? After all, what value do perfection and purity really have? They are fragile and feeble things, utterly tedious. I say, better to be governed by a
Astaga.
flawed humanity than a gnosis. The true seeker of knowledge is the villain who undergoes countless tribulations in pursuit of their goal. I'm sure many people have told you that you're different.
Because I'm a descender?
Wala ya, Mak.
Exactly. Very clever.
But what has that got to do with you?
I do not conceal my wicked deeds, my selfish desires, or my greed. A
Yeah,
true
yeah, yeah.
researcher must act as I do if they are to understand and speak of the truth. And yet, a knowledge seeker like myself will inevitably grow
Titip like dulu ya,
tired of
semangat stream
studying
ya.
to
Oke,
that beyond
Ayama.
a point. You have traveled to all corners of the world and met many people. Along the way, there have been moments when you were misunderstood or even became a wanted criminal. And all the while, you have spent your days doing some of the most mundane jobs in the world.
Dalam perjalananmu saja ketika kamu disalahpahami atau bahkan menjadi buronan, menghabiskan hari melakukan.
You fight and toil, claim minuscule rewards from my friend Pantalone, and you fight some more, winning some battles and losing others as your search goes on. And this cycle continues, with no end in sight.
Kamu bertaruh dulu, oke. Kadang kalah sambil.
Surely you must sometimes grow weary of being stuck in this same loop day after day.
Enfield game simulator.
We're completely different. I embrace everything that life throws at me. I am engaged in every step of my journey.
How does that make us different? I too embrace what life brings,
Benar.
researching everything that interests me.
Oh
Think of all the
no.
novel things I've managed to create, like the artificial moon marrow. Don't you see? As unique a specimen as she was, even Columbina is not
Bahkan
irreplaceable.
Sudah berhasil menciptakan hal menarik. Berhasil menciptakan hal-hal menarik, sum-sum. Bahkan saya eksperimen.
Take that back. She's gone because of your actions.
I didn't say that to anger you. Though admittedly I don't see what there is to be angry
Meski
about.
sebenarnya aku tidak
Anything
memperhatikan.
Columbina could do for you, I can do better. I know what your ultimate goal is. You wish to walk the path your brother walked and seek answers from him at the end of that journey, don't you?
Aku tahu tuh apa tujuan akhirmu. Melapak kaki yang pernah dulu saudara. Oh,
Someone like you could never understand what it feels like to care about another person the way I care about him.
Perhaps not. But that doesn't mean I can't help. I can find your brother right now, bring him before you, and make him give you the answers you seek.
tapi bukan berarti aku tidak bisa membantu. Aku bisa menemukan saudaramu.
Don't be so presumptuous. You'll never begin to understand the situation between
say
us.
it.
Oh, no. This is no presumption. I'm only offering what I know is possible with the power of the Triloon. But it seems like you would sooner continue with your journey through this world. Why? Do you truly desire this journey? Or is it simply a necessary process from which you cannot escape?
Jalannya hanya proses.
Think of all the time and energy you have spent, everything you've had to endure just to make it this far. Is this really what you want? Or has your hand been forced by the promise of that final answer?
Diituin nggak tuh? Walau.
Yes, you have made many friends. But do they ever spare a thought for the void in your heart and what it yearns for? What you want is not friends. It is family.
Keluarga.
But do they know this? I, on the other hand, am far more considerate. Join my experiment, and in return, I will bring your meaningless journey and all its struggles to an end.
This is a malicious attempt to manipulate me,
Cara
but at the same time,
memurahkan
he's stating some very human truths. course, he's right about my predicament.
Udah
How
soal
can I deny it? I have faced ungrateful strangers, never-ending troubles, an endless quest for answers. I want to see him. After everything I've been through, words can't describe how much I miss him, how much I want to be reunited with him. Wherever you are right now, do you miss me too?
dulu. Oh. Terus aku hilangin Discord mode-nya sama
Alright,
yang
everyone.
live chat.
Our next mission is clear. We need to contact all the major organizations, explain the situation to the public, and then begin the evacuation.
The residents of LINKTREE are quite dispersed. The two most populated areas are the Southern Isles and Pyramida. Miss Lauma, I will leave Hisi Island and Nasha Town in your hands. I will liaise with the Fatui and Pyramida.
Pulau Isi dan kota Nasha, tolong kamu yang urus. Aku akan
Agreed. We will reach out to Natlan and Snezhnaya. Anyone found north of the Experimental Design Bureau should follow the Fatui to Snezhnaya.
Oh, Natlan juga bakal diajak.
As for those dwelling south of that line, I will ask the Voynich Guild to help persuade them to leave. Then I, Mr. Varka, and the Frostmoon Scions will escort them to Natlan.
The Voynich Guild has dealings with the Curatorium of Secrets. I will send them a letter vouching for your credibility. Yehoda, you should help Lauma. This is too big of a task for one person.
My wish has come true. You're willingly lending me your most capable employee for the day.
Well, good for you if all this only takes a day. Of course, if it takes any longer, I'll be charging a...
Boss, wait! Don't I get a say in this?
Oh, I'm sorry. Something to
Then-
add, Yehoda?
Well, no one's more important to me than you, boss. And remember how Lauma healed your eyes after that big battle? I think that's worth at least 2 or 3 days' work for the Frostmoon.
Are you completely incapable of acting in your own self-interest? Or do you simply devalue your own labor?
Are you sure you don't want to come with us?
Who will see to our other work if we're all busy evacuating residents? Sandrone insists that Columbina is still alive. And
What's
we
our
have a
secret?
traveler to rescue. There's much to be done.
But boss...
Well, Nefer, I'll link up with you once my tasks are complete.
Okay.
What makes you think I'd need you to do that?
I'll need it. And considering the way you approach certain matters, I think you'll be better off with me present.
That's quite enough. Just focus on your work first.
I bet we're in for an uphill battle here. But we can help out too. Inefa and I are gonna help Nasha Town's residents carry their stuff.
Loading schedule. Store essential local research
Oh.
data and technology samples, then escort the people to Natlan. Understood. I will execute this to the best of my abilities.
Great stuff. Thank you, ladies.
I've contacted the Lightkeepers. A colleague of mine will join us shortly. I will persuade them to conduct a thorough
As for me, I guess I'll be making an early return to Sumeru. I think it's important that someone informs the Dendro Archon of what's going on in LINKTREE.
Roger that. Someone should inform Mondstadt, too. Mr. Duran,
Mungkin
can I
boleh
trust
tuh.
you to handle that? I think you fly faster than any of us can run.
Buset terbang lebih cepat daripada lari.
As an added incentive, get there
Mundurin
fast enough and I'll
mentang-mentang
see about getting your gliding
ada
exam
sayap.
waived.
Really? Ha! Mission. I intend to stay behind and help Miss Sandrone with her research. She has some alchemy-related questions that she'd like me to explore.
She recognizes your expertise then. I wish you a fruitful collaboration.
Thank you. In truth, I was surprised to hear her express an interest in subject matter outside of machines.
I believe she has been investigating some Fontanian technology recently. She made a point of bringing the relevant materials with her when she left the Experimental Design Bureau. She's sorting through everything in her room as we speak.
I should mention that we have one other friend who isn't present. He hasn't made his position in all of this clear. But if we know anything about him, he's likely investigating on his own.
Paimon's been very quiet today. But I know how close she and the Traveler are with the Natlanese. She should come with us to the border.
Okay. Paimon will do her best.
Make sure to heed Sandrone's warning.
Paimon
Many
murid
of
dia
us have been
bilang.
cursed by Dottore. As such, under no circumstances should anyone cross national borders. Remain within Nodcry. That aside, personally, I have faith in Columbina. Things look grim, sure, but who knows how it'll play out. Same goes for rescuing the Traveler. Both of them are important allies and friends. We'll be counting on you to gather intel on them, Miss Nefer.
Ah, wonderful. You're all here.
That
Who
voice
is
again.
that? Nico?
Nicole? Whoa, that was loud. And it came out of nowhere. So mysterious.
Sorry, this is the only way I can speak to you all right now. Please accept my apology. Anyway, time is short. I'll cut to the chase. We're still facing quite a catastrophe here at the world's borders. Alice has roped in every Hexen Circle member she can get a hold of, except for me. She told me I had to come and help you all out as a matter of urgency. I quote, "You love talking, don't you? Well, now it's finally your time to shine. Take these. Make sure the whole party gets one each. You'll be in charge of making sure everyone stays connected."
Bawa ini sampai ke yang lain. Pastikan semua dapat satu orang satu urusan komunikasi. Wah.
Huh? Is this a Dodo communication device?
Scanning. Unknown device. Analyzing. Unknown device. Conclusion. Cute.
Conclusion. Cute.
Affirmative. It is cute and good. I believe that I quite like it.
This is no ordinary Dodo communication device. It's my very own special modified version, specifically... Ah, sorry. I almost went off on another tangent there. Anyway, help yourselves. It will allow us to communicate over long distances within Nodcry. No more worrying about shuttling messages back and forth.
What astounding technology. Am I right in assuming that it relies on your personal abilities to function, Miss Nicole?
Yes, exactly. Right on cue, Albedo. Ah, I'd love to brag to you all about how it all works. But no, next time. Anyway, I'll be right with you all, serving as a communication hub. That's all from me. Head off as soon as you're ready. I'll be staying here to keep watch, and I'll be sending you my blessings.
Jadi OP, bro, cuma jadi operator. Operator komunikasi gak tuh?
Ah, Sir Flint. Perfect timing. I just arrived myself.
You are most considerate, Master Ilua. But in fact, I know you have been sitting here for quite some time.
If you saw me, why didn't you say something?
I was curious to see how long you could sit still for. Also, shouldn't you have managed to sense me approaching?
That would be a first. You always seem to appear out of thin air without making a peep.
Kayaknya muncul deh.
Also, how many times do I have to tell you not to address me as master? I don't qualify.
I beg to differ. Why should a young man so well versed in social graces as...
Please, Lord Flint's... Sir Flint's. I'm begging you, don't flatter me into complacency like you do with everyone.
You understand me better than most. My newest acquaintances tell me I
Kenapa
love complimenting
para
others.
Keeper itu mukanya
What do
kayak
you
flat
think?
banget?
I think they don't understand why you do it. You just love puffing people up till they're a big, happy ball of hot air that floats away into the sky.
In all sincerity, I can only hope that they bring good tidings when they come back down.
Is the situation that bad?
We just held a strategy meeting. Let me fill
Oh
you in.
no. Ini kenapa nih?
In short, we need everyone gone from Pyramida.
Oke.
We also
I only hope we have enough personnel.
we do. Old Man Nikita will definitely help, and we can recall anyone out on patrol to focus
Okay.
on this instead.
Good. I'm sure you and the others will make short work of this. Now, don't
Flint?
If you've got something to say, Master Ilua, why not guess what I'm thinking right now?
You mentioned that you have something else. How difficult is it going to be?
I doubt it will be easy.
I know you're a lightkeeper, and it's your duty to protect others
Oh,
in times of
no.
crisis. But I have a feeling that you'll be walking into grave danger.
Oh no. I still need to watch the.
However bad things have gotten in the past, Nodcry has never faced a mass evacuation before. But from the sound, I don't mean to pry, and it's probably none of my business. But whatever it is you're intending, you don't have to go through with it, you know.
I've been afflicted with some sort of curse, and I'm told it may well trigger if I set foot outside of Nodcry. As such, I cannot leave. I have to act, if for no other reason than to fight this curse.
What? No. Why? Why would anyone want to curse you?
There are plenty of people out there willing to trample over others in pursuit of their own goal.
Frankly, Sir Flint, I am furious.
Indeed, I am. And
And what? I told you
This
I'm
would have been-
furious about this.
nothing I can do about it, I'm afraid. Things happen.
Hey, you mean you're completely unmoved by my anger? I'm devastated.
Oke. Kayak nggak ada epic moment tuh sekarang.
Then allow me to express my sincerest regret. Come by the lighthouse sometime. We'll catch our...
Maybe I need to spell this out. Lean in a little, Flint.
Oh my, this doesn't bode well.
Word is that you were caught up in a real horror show
Sound.
recently. People were amazed that you returned safe and sound. They've been debating whether you're even human.
I've returned safe and sound from plenty of crises.
Dipertanyain nggak tuh, Prince?
Fine. I'll be frank. You're not human, are you?
Heavens. Now that's a horrifying thought.
You know what? Forget it. We'll revisit this once it's all over.
A sound plan. Albeit a little ominous sounding.
Just promise me you'll come back in one piece. All right?
For you, Master Ilua. How could I refuse?
Ilua. Katanya Ilua. Tapi namanya Iluga.
Also, please
Lanjut ke bagian kolumina. Wait, what?
I have to keep searching for a path toward reality.
Oh.
This should do it. The last 2 times I tried to influence reality in this space, it consumed a lot of Kuvaki. I'll try and be more careful this time. I need to leave key clues behind using less power. I hope everyone still remembers what I said on Moon Prayer Night.
Nothing here either. Flints?
Ah, Miss Nefer.
What are you doing here? Unless...
I just spoke with Itlua about arrangements for the search and came for a walk nearby. As for you, why would... Huh. It appears we think along similar lines. And neither of us likes to accept things at
as well as figuring out how to gather intel on the Traveler,
I
I wanted to confirm some of my own suspicions. Also, we'll need to bring a lot of force to bear against Ettore. Even if we're only looking to rescue the Traveler, we can't leave anything to chance.
Dan kita perlu mengumpulkan banyak kuat. Oh. Bahkan jika ada
You don't think Columbina perished either, do you?
yeah.
I'm merely considering the possibility that she survived, just as you are. How much can we really know about a deity like her?
Do you remember what she said on Moon Prayer Night? About using moonlight to send messages to us?
Menggunakan terang bulan.
Of course. I think that's why we're both here.
Where have you checked so far?
I've been focusing on the outdoors. Anywhere the moonlight shines. I checked most of Nasha Town, but didn't find anything.
I checked the Curatorium of Secrets and a few rooms where I thought I might find some leads, but no luck here either. The only places I haven't looked yet are the rooms in the flagship, but process of elimination isn't the only thing that brought me here.
Oh, really?
After all that build-up, our mystery ally never showed up even...
Huh? Am I imagining things? Come on, let's see what's going on.
Oh no. I knocked over a vase, although... It seems like I'm not about to be pulled away. It looks like as long as I'm careful with my actions, it doesn't count as influencing reality. Anyway, is this the flagship? The Traveler mentioned that's where she was staying. I only went into the lobby last time, so I've never actually been here before. If nothing else, I can now be sure that she mentioned where her room was. I think it's... this one.
Ada si Columbina.
The door is closed. But if this is anything like when I disappeared, then maybe...
Ini mirip seperti
I'm in. She and Paimon aren't here at the moment. I hope she's okay. I wonder what happened to her after that battle with Ettore.
semoga nasibnya setelah
Best not to dwell on that for now. Please, Traveler. I really hope...
Huh.
Nothing else here strikes me as noteworthy.
Didn't you stay here for a couple of nights once?
Before Rarir showed himself. Yes.
Sini tempatku.
It's all...
Did you notice anything unusual during your stay?
I remember thinking how much noisier the flagship is at night compared to the graveyard. Other than that, no. The Traveler and Paimon were most congenial neighbors.
This is where they've been staying, yes? Over here.
That's right.
I wouldn't usually condone breaking and entering, but we can
Oh,
make it
tidak
up to
setuju
them
dengan
later.
tindakan asal. Oh,
Focus now. I have to write a message on the wall using Kuvaki, just like I said on Simply open your windows on nights when the moon shines bright, and the moonlight will naturally flow towards the words I have written. Here goes.
oh no. I have a bad feeling. Oh no, I have a bad feeling. Wait lama semakin kecil dong. Yang penting nggak bersentuhan sama orang yang
There's a
kelihatan
noise
langsung.
outside the door. Is she back? Please, you have to.
Well, do you sense anything?
Unfortunately, no.
And this place was our last chance.
Not necessarily. We've only looked in Nasha Town so far. Miss Columbina said she would leave messages at her friends' dwellings. It's still worth checking where Miss Lauma lives and where I live.
Let's wait.
What are you waiting for?
Paimon. What's that look for? This is a victory feast. It's normal to eat a little more than usual.
Oh no.
The Traveler
Beda
and
dimensi.
Paimon. It's really you. But why are they talking about a victory feast? Huh. You worried Paimon sick while you were out there fighting Rare. So this is your chance to make it up to her. Alright? Wait. So this is the night after the battle against Rare. How did I end up here? That's quite a long time ago now. Wait. Time. That's it. Every time I've entered reality within this space, it's been at an earlier point. Every one of those points has been before I fell into the moon's reflection. And everything I've done to affect reality really did happen in the past.
Dia memang pernah.
Does this mean that within the moon's reflection, time flows backwards? Starting not long till Moon Prayer Night now. It's gonna be even livelier than tonight. Although, it's gonna be sad saying goodbye to the damselette. She seemed Paimon. No, I can't. Even if I make contact, they probably won't understand what's going on. And in any case, I'll likely get pulled away again if I do.
Bahkan ditarik. Oh, okay.
Instead, I have to find a way to get them to notice what I've written using the moonlight. Wait, even I hadn't thought of doing that before Moon Prayer Night. They'd
Bahkan
never
aku sendiri
conceive
tidak
of
pernah.
that possibility. Is there truly no...
Don't lose heart. We'll find a way somehow.
Huh? Oh, you say that, but the frost frost moon is beyond the fall sky. If we wanted to go visit her, how would we make it through to the other side?
We might not have all the answers now, but I'm sure we'll find a way one day.
Huh. Yes, someone's gotta be the optimist.
The present. The future. That's right. There are still things I can...
What's your plan?
Flint's, when you were staying next door, did you ever open the window?
No. The rooms here are dark and damp, and there's such a buildup of dust on the windows that the moonlight can't even...
The moonlight?
Ah, I think I see where you're going. One moment. I'll see if the owner is available.
Don't bother. Time is of the essence.
Time. Even if no one sees what I've written at this moment, maybe someone will remember what I said after Moonprint. I need to write down as much information as I can.
Huh? What's up with you? You can't even hold your cup steady. Are you...
A little.
Well, you should probably hit the hay then. You've had a really tough couple of days for...
You truly have. You helped defeat Rerir, helped me reclaim my name, and you helped the others organize Moon Prayer Night. Wherever you are right now, I'm sure you're still fighting against the injustices of fate. This is all I can leave for them. How I wish I could stay here, but it's time for me to go. I hope to see you again in the next time, and if the opportunity presents itself.
I will surely return to your side.
Huh.
Columbina. She's alive.
Not only that, but she's left us an entire wall's worth of clues. She even wrote down what would happen on Moon Prayer Night. It's just a shame we found it too late.
I am here. Time in this place flows backwards. I am constantly moving forward.
It sounds like she's found a way to influence the past using Kuvaki. But her future is our past.
Tapi masa depannya adalah...
So, these words have been here ever since we defeated the Reikir of Solnari. We just never discovered... Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Do you ever mull over questions like that?
Ditanyain lebih duluan telur atau ayam.
Only when I'm in a good mood and at leisure.
Well, I never do. Everything that has happened already belongs to the realm of fact. As a business person, and especially an intel broker, what I do is extrapolate from those facts to try and read the
An admirable philosophy.
It's a means of survival. Let's go. We have a wall's worth of clues to share with the others.
It appears that the doctor's energy signature has changed to something similar to Kuvaki, but not like the Kuvaki we're used to. Nodcry's Kuvaki devices will only have a limited effect on it. I can see why you've chosen to place your hopes in alchemy instead. Also, I must say these books are rather profound.
My subordinates just shipped them in from Fontaine. Some of them are from the Narcissenkreuz Ordo. Some are incident reports from Petrichor, and then there's a few test reports for these junk machines. Additionally, after some further scanning, I've discovered something extremely annoying.
What's that?
Teyvat's skies contain multiple moons. A long time ago, when I did my first scan, I detected 3, just as the legends say. But when I checked again just now, I detected 4 moons.
So there's one extra?
War moon?
Yeah. Originally, I thought that if I could still find 3 moons, that would at least mean Columbina's still alive.
Aku kira kita masih bisa menulis 3 bulan berarti kita.
But then it occurred to me that apart from the frost moon, Teyvat's moons are just husks. And husks surely shouldn't show up in the scan, since they're not alive. It's weird, isn't it? If we can't even distinguish between a dead and a living moon, how are we supposed to know whether a moon goddess is still alive? Or does this mean that the moon marrows are equivalent to the moons themselves?
Nah.
It's certainly possible. In which case, the 4th moon you detected may be Dotori's artificial creation.
So he wasn't bluffing. He really built his own moon marrow. I'm so mad right now.
It's easy to get overwhelmed when you have too much on your plate.
Oh.
Maybe you need to relax.
Nothing can calm me down at a time.
Udah ko.
It's Mr.
I really hate that ringing tone.
Pertama,
First
4.
the 4 orthants of the Narcissan
Bagus.
Croix, then moon marrows. Now what?
Oh, sorry if we're disturbing you. Might I ask what's troubling you?
What do you want? We're busy.
Are you still at the Curatorium of Secrets?
Yeah. Look,
Yeah,
everyone
let's
else
move on.
is still out, so there's no hurry. Plus, I'm busy, so I would appreciate if you gave me some space.
Even
Nice.
though we have crucial intel to share?
Fine, I'm listening.
Do you intend to share it via the Dodo communication device?
Ordinarily, I would, but this is a unique situation. I
Boleh
think it's
kita bahas
best that we
langsung,
discuss it in person. See you at the Curatorium.
All right then. So, what's the situation?
The rest of the team is still out working on their missions and evacuations. But we've
Tapi saya
decided to
perlu
fill you
memberitahu.
in on the most crucial information first.
Sandrone, you were right. Columbina is most likely still alive.
That's the best news we've received in a while. By a long way.
Random locations. Appearing in reverse order? Are you serious? So not dying isn't enough for the moon goddess, huh? She has to show anyway. Does this mean we can deduce her condition from the moon marrows?
Terserah, berarti ini kita bisa tebak kondisi sekarang dari
Miss Androne, there's nothing wrong with simply admitting that you're happy to hear the good news.
I'm not. And she's the least of our problems. We're facing a huge crisis.
Oh.
If she can't control the flow of time in there, she's just gonna keep moving backwards. Different points in time won't
Jika dia tidak bisa
intersect,
mengendalikan
and she'll
waktu di
never
sana,
find a
berarti
way
dia
out.
akan terus bisa mundur. Titik ya kan? Bertemu dan dia tidak akan bisa.
Let's say life begins with a drop of water. When did time begin? The
Katakan
moment this planet came into being? No, that's not right. Her final destination would be the moment at which the space she is in was created.
But it doesn't seem like we can influence that space from the outside world. So how can we help her? Also, if she's alive, Rarier and Thelimbus might be too. But as far as we know, neither of them have come back out. That space may not have an exit at all.
I'm afraid I must concur with Miss Nefer in this.
Tapi aku harus setuju dengan
Can't exactly argue with that. Let's leave it there for now. I've taken notes on everything you said.
Will it help with your research?
I doubt it's gonna help with breaking Dotori's energy fields. But who knows when it might come in handy. Better to have it all written down than try to remember everything when I need it.
Okay.
All right, I need to get back to my research. Mr. Albedo has made a lot of suggestions that will require my undivided attention.
Sure, I'll stay here. I have things to work on. Paimon, are you there?
Okay.
Oh, right. She went with Varka to Natlan, didn't she? Good thing we've moved her and the Traveler's luggage in here. Speaking of the Traveler, where could they be? There's a note from Paimon.
Paimon?
Paimon here! Not in at the moment, but if anyone needs to borrow her stuff or the Travelers, go ahead and help yourself. Paimon won't be mad.
Ini Paimon? Paimon lagi nggak ada, tapi kalau ada yang mau atau bang, ambil saja seperlunya. Paimon nggak akan.
Also, Traveler, if you get back before Paimon, make sure to get some rest. Paimon misses you a lot, but put your health first, alright?
Oh.
How sweet. Well, since you offered, Paimon, don't mind if I do. This is the Traveler and Paimon's luggage. All the items they use day to day are here.
Ini barang bawaan si Traveler dan Paimon, semua barang mereka pakai.
It's well organized. I wonder which of them is responsible for that.
Masakan mereka berdua siap.
What do we have here? The camera captured a special moment that can only occur between people who are close to one another.
Masih menangkap momen yang hanya bisa terjadi di antara aku.
You can really sense how the photographer feels about their subject. I wonder why this picture was placed outside. Is it because Paimon recently looked at it?
Bisa merasa bagaimana perasaan fotografer terhadap wajah. Wow. Banding luar kayak. Hebat di sini sih sangat.
This must belong to the Traveler. Perfect. I'll use this. Hang in there. We'll find you.
God. Wah, kita jadi si gede.
Colonia. Search keyword world formula and bring me all relevant books.
Lambat banget.
Let's see. This one is on Punky's sermon dictation. I believe that the correct term for this is Fortuna. This was an ancient Romorian technology. A wisdom
Keren
I
sih robot
never
ya.
imagined that Romorian
Kalau
ideas
bisa gini sih keren
human
sih.
civilization should gradually shed possibilities as it continues to explore and evolve. The sparks of civilization shall run out unless we consider introducing variables from outside the system. Variables. Surely that can only mean one thing. Descenders? Dottore likely captured the traveler because of her descender status. But the Three Moons' authority comes from the world itself. Where does this variable factor in? The world formula calculates the fate of an entire world. Introducing a variable would therefore give us... Polonia, search keyword pathway and bring me all relevant books.
Tinggal. Pakai di sini coba. Nope. Nope. Ini satu jalur. Nah, ada. Keren sih robotnya.
Otonki Sermon Dictation. Explications on the chemical marriage. Observe and compute the pathway displayed in the So, it's one of Renee's draft lectures.
Wow.
Deconstructing the pathway. This is so long. This guy sure loves showing off his knowledge. Polonia. Search keyword tree model and bring me all relevant books.
Ini coba. Pohon. Ini nggak ada di sini. Ini juga ada. Biasanya ada ini situ. Mendeteksi ada yang kata pohon. Kita lihat.
Most of the experimental devices proposed by the Lilia Crucis Ordo are built based on the simple and basic logical structure of a Lilia Crucis. Guess they were trying to cover up the name of the Nazis. When Duke St. Germanus departed, he said, "It seems that there's no going back." Alas, he is only a genius when it comes to machines. In all other things, he is but ordinary. Excuse me? I'm sorry. That's just ridiculous. What kind of great Detective Herlock? The Alchemist and the Clockwork Saint? Isn't this a novel? Come on. Still, the author swears that they knew Renee well. Whatever. I guess it's not beyond the realms of possibility that Renee would say nonsense like that on occasion. Memory, wishes, souls, and persona. Frankly, this sounds more like occultism, but if Albedo vouches for it, I suppose there must be some alchemical basis to these techniques. The way Alain Guillotin saw it, the world was comprised of machines. The universe needed machines, and thus his technologies were created. That's why I was born. René, his full name was René de Petrichor, if I recall correctly. Sounds like he and the town must be intricately connected. That place was also the source of most of our information regarding Remurian civilization. Seems the cutting of souls and storing them in vessels. These seemingly unrelated techniques underpinned the chemical marriage model. Elen would have scoffed at that. He never would have let those theories or parameters anywhere near his mathematical formulas. What was Elen's view on Renee? I know he mentioned the name, albeit very rarely. Oh, now I remember. Elen's old Renee seemed most out of sorts when he spoke to me. A lack of sweet foods has dulled his mind, I should think. Either way, his words are not. Yep, that sounds like Elen. My subordinates actually did a half-decent job digging out all these materials. Makes a change. Good for them. Some of Elen's old files are completely consistent with these records. He must have gotten them from the Tower of Gestalt. He may have kept them, but he never even attempted to use them. Come to think of it, Renee's world formula was filled with calculations of constants. That shows he believed that the fate of the world to be predetermined. As for Elen... it's been too long. I forget what he said.
What?
What would he have said? A guy like him, fervent believer in machines, but not headstrong enough. The world can be changed. It is worth persevering. Yes, that's how he used to think at least. He created that procedure to save this world. Yet the scale of the world's fate proved too enormous. The result, he died having never seen the outcome. And there I was, left behind in the ashes of his dreams. Did you really never take a close look at Renee's research? The very thought of trying to You once asked me... Even the tiniest variable can make big... Now then, allow me to put these incompatible first. Establish and verify the existence of the Great Circle. Absolute nihil on one end, absolute reality on the other. Now, search between these two extremes. Then, the construction criteria. Variables. The sparks of civilization shall run... Traverse the world, space-time, and civilization. Then extract the essential nodes from the records to determine which variables they point to. The primordial power that differentiated itself from the void. Records. This is so horrendously complicated. After all that, I'm still missing a few variables. I need to think this through again. How do you think it looks, Polonia? Like the frenzied scrawlings of a madwoman? Fine, keep it to yourself. It's not like you can talk anyway. I'll assume you gave it a passing grade. I jest. But true madness does often start with trying to save the world. What would Arlecchino and Columbina think if they saw this incomprehensible hen scratch? They'd probably have me institutionalized. So would Rosaline. She's been dead for a while now.
Rosaline?
When I close my eyes and think back, I can still see her face. And that enormous dress she used to wear. Such a bizarre choice. What possessed her? Oh, and the clack-clack of those heels used to drive me insane. No one's asking me, obviously, but I hope you all know that I never wanted to save the world. I'm not crazy. I don't have delusional ambitions, and that's a clinical fact. The world needs a solution, but I don't need the world's validation. It's the world begging me for answers, not the other way around.
Like sheep. Oh my god.
Oh, cookies to go with the tea. Let's see. They must be from that person who brought those documents. I see they're from Hotel de Boer. Something's written on the box. We are proud to present this homage to the Fortress of Meropede's fun-filled mill collection system. Fortune cookies. Have a lucky start to your day. Sounds like a dumb gimmick to me. Be early to bed and early to rise. Get plenty of sun and drink plenty of water. Then things will surely go well for you. What? Are you kidding me? Somehow I doubt that an early night and a glass of water is magically gonna save a world on the brink of existential peril.
Bisa lebih out. Kino.
Lady Arlecchino, word has reached us that Lady Marionette's troops are all in position. They are ready to act as soon as the order is given.
Babah pasukan, okay.
Excellent.
The only thing is, they are fewer in number than we expected. It looks like many of them must have lost their lives at the hand of the monsters released by the Doctor.
Wow.
Can't be helped. Allow them to join our ranks and keep in contact.
As you wish.
As you wish.
It's been a while, Arlecchino. You look well. Did Dottore really have to build his lab right on the sole path between Snezhnaya and Notcry? Had to go on a huge detour to stay out of its line of sight.
Sounds like an arduous journey. I assume you've brought word from Her Majesty?
Yeah, let me... Wow.
Of course, all part of the job. Firstly, the Tsaritsa has authorized Fatui Internal Affairs to review Dottore's case. They will reach a formal verdict on whether he has turned traitor and whether he poses a threat to Snezhnaya. While they're working on that, I've been ordered to come and receive the refugees from Notcry.
They're nearby. My team will escort you.
Great. Aside from that, Her Majesty has a message for you and Sandrone personally. Huh? Where is Sandrone?
She stayed behind to work since I was making the trip anyway. It seemed sensible to have one person on standby.
All right, guess that's just how she rolls. In that case, tell her that the Tsaritsa's decree this time is pretty awesome sounding. I think she'll like this one.
Ya sudah, dia tuh kayaknya gitu. Kalau gitu lo kasih tahu dia kalau perintah bisa kayak ini.
Still, I wonder what... Wait, what's that? Did one of our troops turn into a monster?
Take him out.
Oh no.
Transfixed! Yeah, tidal wave! Shouldn't let your guard down. Amateur mistake. You've gotten stronger, Arlecchino. Nice.
Stop that right now. I appreciate the praise, but I am not fighting you today.
I knew it. I can't believe it. He was a living, breathing human one moment, and the next?
Padahal dia tadi manusia hidup bernapas langsung.
Another fine piece of work by our dear colleague, I'm afraid.
What in the world has been going on in Notcry?
A lot. But long story short, Dottore stole 2 moon marrows that should have belonged to Columbina, then built a 3rd moon marrow of his own to concentrate the Trilunar Authority in his hands.
What? What do you mean he built a moon marrow? People build roads and houses, not moon marrows. What's his next DIY
Orang
project?
bisa
He's
bangun
gonna build a
rumah,
god?
bangun jalan, dia bukan. Tidak.
You could stand to be less surprised. We are harbingers. The work we are engaged in makes the creation of gods seem mundane by comparison. I tell everyone who asks that you once crossed swords with Rex Lapis while serving as a key supporter for Rosaline's plan. But right now...
Thanks for speaking up for me. Those 2 really took me for a ride back then. Then again, surely no common adventurer would manage to get tangled up with them the way I did. That's gotta count in my favor, right?
It almost sounds like you wish to repeat the experience. I might have to lower my opinion of you.
No. I'll stop talking. Please, go on.
Dottore is currently still experimenting with his newfound power in ways that continue to corrode the outside world. As for the human mutation, I believe this is simply a consequence of his experiments, and not a strategic. That radiant beast was once a subordinate of Sandrone's. I suspect he was only allowed to live so that he could become an experimental subject. Also, those of us who fought Dottore...
This is so much worse than While these exceptional...
My thanks to Her Majesty. I will pass the...
Her Majesty has also declared that she will refrain from launching an attack on the now evacuated Nodcry due to the presence of unretrieved research material.
A wise decision.
By the way, how's my old partner doing? I'm assuming they're with you?
Partner? You mean the Traveler? I'm afraid I have bad news. She was captured after our failed assault on Dottore's lab. Her whereabouts are currently unknown.
What? Why? Since when does Dottore have a bone to pick?
That is indeed the question. I'm not sure he does. He must have some other goal in mind.
This won't do. I have to rescue her.
You can't. We have no idea where the Traveler is.
What am I supposed to do then? Stand here twiddling my thumbs?
Sandrone is working on it. The best thing you can do right now is complete your mission.
Fine. I guess I'll leave this to you then.
One last thing. Tell the Rooster to get the message out to the gods and citizens of every nation, and the source of that pollution is a madman drunk on the success of his experiments. The Fatui and our allies will endeavor to contain the threat. However, if Nodcry falls, things are likely to escalate. Considering Dottore is one of our own, all Fatui stationed in Nodcry consider it our duty to stay and fight him to the bitter end. Whatever the cost.
Hey, don't be too pessimistic. If it comes to it, I'm sure Her Majesty won't stand by and do nothing.
I hope you're right.
You're right on time.
Thanks. Hey, do you think I'll get that gliding exam exemption? I made sure I was on my best behavior in Mondstadt. I landed well outside the city and walked...
I'll help you apply, don't worry. For now,
Oh,
let's see
ini
what
yang
we have
tembok
here.
itu.
What are the doctor's energy fields even made from? The usual attract and repel principles that govern Kuvaki don't seem to apply to them.
They are very mysterious, but ultimately, thanks to research by Master and the Hexen Circle, we know that Tevat's 7 elements are... Since you have the power of the Dragon Durin within you, I'm sure you can already tell that this energy field contains no abyssal energy.
That's true. It's not abyssal energy, it's some...
I've been thinking about something. Do you still remember the device that Dory supplied from the Academia when you and Miss Columbina fought Reria? That was one of the most marvelous feats of ingenuity I've ever seen. The design, the craftsmanship, the material selection. I couldn't fault any of it. Not to mention the operating principles. Surely the most ingenious feature of all. Dory didn't go into detail on how it functions. The clue was that Miss Columbina was somehow able to use the pyro energy that you provided. Despite the fact that, as a moon goddess, she should only be able to use light realm energy in principle. Now, all this presumes a theoretical model of the 7 elements akin to that of light refracted through a prism. I almost wonder if it is at once I suspect only... But back to the energy field before us. If this is pure light realm energy, could this mean that elemental energy can dilute the power of the light realm?
Should we give it a try?
We should.
It worked!
Clear signs of disruption were detected at the periphery of the energy field. This indicates that elemental energy can disturb or even negate the field. Now you try.
All right. It's working!
Switch to abyssal energy and attack again. No surprises there. Abyssal power drains the energy field to a significantly greater extent. I now feel confident in asserting that the energy field is indeed pure light realm energy, and that elemental energy can dilute it.
But the energy field is huge! How much elemental energy will it take to neutralize it?
We don't have to neutralize it completely. We can try other approaches. That's all for theory. Would you like to continue watching?
So you knew I was here. Huh? When did you get here?
A while ago. But Albedo sounded like he was working on his thesis defense back there. Back in Sumeru. You can end a person's whole career by interrupting them mid-speech.
Very thoughtful of you. I'm truly touched. Could I ask you to lend me a hand?
With what?
A little test. Try using Animo to unleash a concentrated assault with circular blades.
Uji coba menggunakan kekuatan
with the
Anemo
goal of
untuk
breaking through
melancarkan
at a singular
serangan.
point.
Nice! This time it tore through the field.
Tremendous. This is a major breakthrough.
Should we go through?
We probably shouldn't risk having mutually antagonistic energies in such close proximity. Durin, you stay here and watch the entrance. Hat Guy and I will go in to investigate.
Sounds sensible to me. Keep your eyes peeled, Durin.
Don't worry, I got this. You two be careful in there. Just give me the signal.
What do you mean, signal?
It's based on a new alchemical concoction I developed last month. When 2 bottles of it are smashed on the ground together, they emit a blinding burst of light. If it comes to that, remember to shield your eyes with your hat.
Glad I asked. Thanks for the heads up.
Untung ditanya.
Coming to be!
Like I thought. Beyond a certain distance, we can't see the opening where we came in. Maybe that's to prevent people from escaping.
Sounds like Dottore style to me. Not much has changed. Things are basically the same here as they were before the energy field appeared.
No way.
They have no heartbeats and they're not breathing. We can only assume they're dead. But there are no visible wounds. Also, there's an animal squatting next to each body.
It's watching us. That's not an animal's gaze.
What are you trying to tell us?
Doesn't seem eager to talk. I guess maybe it's just an animal after all.
Let's keep looking around.
Oh no. Semua dikutuk jadi hewan.
Same situation everywhere. Not a living soul in sight. Just countless bodies with animals standing watch over them.
Well, I think we can safely rule out the possibility that they're all pets.
Is skirting around the topic your way of showing consideration for other people's feelings?
Just being cautious. I don't...
Careful.
Please. Help us. Please. Please. Help us.
What happened here?
I don't know. Suddenly, everyone collapsed. Then my line of sight got lower. I still have some of my senses left. I gotta get out of here.
Oh no.
It looks like there's a huge experiment going on inside this energy field. Maybe each energy field is its own giant experiment.
He's swapping human minds with those of animals. Even without the other circumstances, this would be an extremely radical experiment. Those people may have lost their sense of selves, but they are not fully animals either. If they were, they would have left.
We should go. No sense.
Agreed. Over there, I hear a voice.
What?
Quit following me.
What?
Ah, you're back! Everything okay?
We saw some things that take a strong stomach. Otherwise, we're fine.
We should share our findings with the others.
Oh.
Yes? Who is it?
Miss Nefer, it's me, Albedo. We found a way to break through the energy fields. With enough control, it's possible to tear them open using elemental energy. Also, we managed to take a look inside. Dottore is carrying out his cruel experiments on an immense scale. And he
Sounds like he's living down to our expectations.
Gusto niya naman kung kami ang maswerte yan.
Might I ask how things are proceeding on your end?
I'm just about to get started. I'll be in touch once I have a result.
Understood. Stay safe.
I will.
Well, Nefer, I'll link up with you once my tasks are complete.
What makes you think I'd need you to do that?
I'll need it. And considering the way you approach certain matters, I think you'll be better off with me present.
Let's begin. Entering simulation mode. A vast wasteland. Is this the traveler's inner world? I was expecting something more vibrant, to be honest. Wait, someone's there.
What are you looking at? In that case, I'll look at it with you. I want to know all about everything you've seen and experienced. Is there somewhere I should return to? Or should I stay here and be the hero everyone says I am? I don't dislike my current life. Roaming the land, fighting battles, accomplishing missions, earning a living, looking after Paimon. It's not so bad. I guess the only thing that's missing is that you're not here with me.
This is the conscious layer, which contains a person's true feelings. It is filled.
I suppose anyone who lives long enough ends up wishing for someone who can't be there. Maybe it's the only way we can feel truly alive.
Time to delve a little deeper.
Oh.
Nasha Town is hardly the optimal choice for a place to live, but it has character and a reasonable population density.
What are you trying to say?
Oh, don't be nervous. I was just thinking where might make a good starting point for your journey. Perhaps I should send you further afield. Conria, perhaps.
Tak mau jauh lagi.
Conria ceased to exist long ago.
Once again, you fail to understand the possibilities that the Tri-Lune creates. Anything that has existed in the past, I can now recreate. You simply do not wish to see that happen. That might be because you miss your sibling and fear getting answers that you are not ready to learn. But this is not for me to judge. If we are to collaborate, we need to maintain an amicable relation.
Oh no.
What are you... What are you gonna do?
Don't move. Something unwanted has crept into... Oh.
Ada sesuatu yang tak
Gone as quickly as it came.
Did you save me?
If I hadn't cut the connection, Dottore might have caught you from the other side and destroyed you. This was a good idea, but once is plenty. You were exceptionally brave. Excellent work.
Thanks, but now's not the time for that.
Kok bisa dia koneksiin kayak gitu?
Albedo speaking.
I think I know where she is.
What is this endless... I can't see anything, even though my eyes are wide open. What happened?
Ah, sorry about that. I take it you didn't notice. Just now, a friend of yours took a little peek into your mind.
Could it be Nefer? How did she do it? Did she use something as a medium to connect to me?
Do you think she's aware of your current circumstances? Oh dear. Have I stunned you into silence? I only wanted to slow down your time a little so I could stop your intruder in her tracks. It would have been nice to capture the spy. I must say, I'm finding the ability to adjust the flow of time rather intriguing. The moment you closed your eyes, time seemed to grow impossibly viscous, didn't it? A whole month passed before you opened your eyes again, but only for you. No one else was affected. I dare say this is something only a god can achieve.
Oh
Point taken. You've proven once again that you have god-tier powers.
Oh, you misunderstand. This wasn't about proving a point. I was testing things out. I find I learned I only wanted to make you sleep for a short while, but it ended up lasting a whole month. Clearly, I hope you're not angry with me. It was only a month's discrepancy, nothing too serious.
You could have frozen me for millions of years. So much for collaboration. You aren't showing much sincerity.
Millions of years? To what end? I wonder if you don't understand humans all that well. They are very pragmatic creatures who understand only that which they can perceive with their senses. If I had you sit here for a week, I imagine people might sympathize. But if I left you here for 100, 1,000, or 10,000 years, the sheer size of that number would cause it to lose all meaning to them. They would not have the capacity to comprehend your suffering, and thus they could not empathize. Unfortunately, while gods do exist in Teyvat, it is ordinary humans that account for most of the population. Their lifespans are so limited, their bodies so fragile. Did you ever really hope that they could begin to understand someone like you? Your long life and unique origins make you fundamentally different from them. How long will it be before they start to treat you like the alien you are? Before you are ostracized, outcast?
Alien.
Even I feel bad for you sometimes. This world has made you into a slave. So many times you have served its will, and not once have the powers that be ever thought to grant you the one simple thing you have been treated most unfairly. I can change that. I will grant you special privileges and give you back the status you rightly deserve as a descender.
Oh, mau dimanipulasi.
I've entered the past 3 times at this point, but I still have so many questions. For instance, beyond each point being further back in time than the last, so far, the common thread linking all 3 scenarios is that the traveler has been present. But it's more than that. I know I sensed something familiar around her. What was it? I'll keep this question in mind as I carry on.
Humans, you never change. Always trying to use powers you neither comprehend nor control.
This looks like Star Sand Shoal. Was this before Rarier regained his physical form?
You've messed with the cannon again, huh? Sorry, but this round's not gonna go.
The cannon. That's right. I was at Silver Moon Hall and I sensed an abnormal kuvak, and right after that came an ominous power emanating from Star Sand Shoal.
My body was once torn into countless pieces and hurled into the swirling chaos of time itself. But even so, my life and will were not extinct.
I wonder if I could try to prevent his resurrection. But how would I do it? What can I do here and now?
Traveler! Behind you! Look at that light!
No, I won't make it in. She's using the Kuvaki shield like I taught her. Is she gonna use it to block the cannon's beam? She's strong. I'm sure she can manage. But the force released when the beam impacts the shield might lead to collateral damage. Easy Island. The Frost Moon Scions will be exposed to lethal levels of Kuvaki.
A question, if I may, kind Miss Columbina. When the cannon's Kuvaki beam was deflected earlier, I saw several bolts of energy streak toward Hisi Island, only to be blocked.
Okay.
Maybe that really was me after all. Well, future me. But I don't know if I have enough power left.
Sigi sato pasa sais, niti ipotovtos.
There's no time.
Osestikos paratin tiram to risuiku.
I have to make it. Oh, Frost Moon. Oh, great land. Oh, slumbering moon. If you can hear me, if you can sense my call, then please, heed me once more!
Apa sih? Padahal nggak usah sih. Aku lupa ada mouse.
Did it work?
Hey, wake up. Hey, did you hear? Columbina! I said wake up now!
Oh, good morning, Sandra.
It's 3 in the afternoon, actually. And could you kindly not use my quarters as your personal nap room next time?
But I feel so safe here. And your coffee, right? It's so bitter, but it smells lovely.
It's like you were raised by wolves in a forest or something. What did you drink growing up? Grass tea?
The Frost Moon Scions certainly led a more frugal existence than the Fatui.
Then I'll bet you've never eaten one of these before.
It smells delicious.
That's because it's a Fontanian recipe. I had a little free time today, so I made a batch. Rosaline will be here shortly, but if you really can't wait, I guess you can go ahead and... Hey, at least let me finish before you start eating! Did the Frost Moon Scions not teach you basic table manners? Or did the rules not apply to you because you're the high and mighty moon goddess?
These are so tasty.
Of course they are. I made them.
I was worried they might contain traces of machine oil.
What? You know, there's something I've always wanted to ask you. Why did you leave your old home and join the Fatui? I mean, I'm sure their food was awful, but there's gotta be more to it than that.
Well, life there didn't go quite how I imagined.
What were you expecting? You're a god. Your followers are gonna make some demands of you, right? Surely you can just answer a few prayers here and there in return for the free food and drink. How bad can it be?
Well, would you help other people just for free food and drink? The doctor told me that you were created by a great mechanic, Lord something Fisher.
The Lord Artificer. Ugh, some people can't keep their mouths shut.
Oh, Lord Artificer. And didn't he have something to do with the,
Narcissenkreuz Ordo.
Yes, that was it. Narcissenkreuz Ordo.
You must be joking. I wouldn't go even if they paid me. I don't...
Exactly. Well, I felt the same way. I did not know the people who made demands of me.
What do you know? We're on the same page for once. In his later years, Alan did ask me if there was anything I wanted to do. If I had any wishes of my own. Well, I don't. And I'm not in any mood to fulfill...
Who's Alain?
He was the... You know what? Never mind. You're not gonna remember. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, neither of us is the self-sacrificing type. Let me ask you this. What sort of place would you like to live in, if you could choose?
A place where people don't ask me for things I cannot give them. Where they don't worship me, or fear me, but just want to chat with me like a normal person. I'd also like the freedom to come and go as I please. And ideally, it would be somewhere with the smell of coffee and snacks.
Not to burst your bubble, but no such place exists in the world. Now, take your snacks and scram.
Did I? Of course. I'm back here again. I dreamed of events from my past. Sandrone, I miss you all so much. Back there, I guess I managed to harness all the Kuvaki energy on Hisi Island. But how did I do it? Time is flowing backwards here, and I can use that familiar power to enter the world of the past. That mystery ally everyone talked about. It was me all... I can sense that there isn't much more power remaining up ahead. What lies at the end of all of this? Will time keep flowing into the past? And will I ever find my way? It's getting harder and harder to use my power. I'm no match for the Abyss in this state. I need to avoid the contaminated fragments. go. I wonder where I'll find myself this time. The Final Night Cemetery. This is where Flint's is based.
Or not! How are we supposed to read through this many files?
Difficult, yes, but it is also our most efficient option.
Seems like they're searching for information. Oh, I remember. Flint's and Varka talked about some files on the Wild Hunt. Was this my doing too?
To expose the true intentions of this Saweria, we need to dive into Notcry's history.
Are my actions changing the past? Or are they simply completing a process? Is all of this inevitable? Or am I the one making these decisions? If I choose not to help them now, will it change how things turn out?
Hope we don't land on our heads then.
They're my friends. I can't not help them.
Ghost!
And the other one was... here.
Hey! Another file's moving!
That should do it. Luanatar? You can sense my presence? Wait!
Tertarik lagi.
Luanatar. So she's that familiar presence I've been sensing all along. She's always been by the Traveler's side. That explains why the Traveler has been there each time I've entered the past.
Sobrang di sisi saya pantas saja si selalu ada setiap kali aku.
But why Luanatar? Is it because she has a connection to me as the Moon Goddess's familiar? If so, why not any other Kuhenki? That's... I cannot sense any power up ahead. Just a void, stretching out into infinity. This is likely my final chance to enter the past. It's now or never. I have to find a way back. Sea Island? How far back in time is this? Where's Luanatar? I can't sense her presence this time.
Seeing Enefa and Aino reunited like that sure was heartwarming.
Traveler, Paimon. No. Stay calm. I don't have much power left to change things. I don't even have that. Think, Columbina. How do I find a way back? A way back. Do I go back to Moonprayer Night? Or to the future that followed? And if I return in my current state, what will become of me then? Dotori's actions that day proved that he'd been planning that for a long time. He had already seized the power of 2 moon marrows before capturing me. Even if I managed to get back,
How can I fight against him when he wields the Tri-Lune authority? I can't. If I go back like this, I'll be playing right into his hands. I have to find some way of rivaling the Wait. Time flowing backwards. The Tri-Lune authority. Does that mean... I think I know what the final destination of this lunar reflection might be. I know what I must do.
Speaking of homes, we must already be close to where the Frost Moon Scions live. The vibe here feels...
But how do I communicate my plan? Should I write it down here? No. Someone else will see it. I need something with a close connection to me. Something I can use as a medium to tell them what's happened to me and... Now it makes sense.
Hey, what was that? I feel like...
It was I who brought Luanatar into being. I gave up a piece of my own soul to create her. That's why I could sense a familiar power from the moment I entered this space. It also explains why she's been present in every past location that I've entered. Because we have a deep connection.
Hey there! What's your name?
And the reason why there are no more gates to the past after this point is that Luanatar hadn't been born then.
Tidak ada lagi pintu ke masa lalu setelah ini.
No wonder I sensed the trace of a blessing when we first met. But I still didn't recognize the soul hidden within you. Back then, I was just a little lost dove. I had yet to become Columbina Hyposelenia.
Go on now. We've got stuff to do. Best you find someone else to hang out with.
Hey, you scared it off.
I'll be counting on you. Remember to stay by the traveler's side, guide her, and help her in my stead. Oh, and bring her to the garden where the moon prayer blossoms grow. There's a little lost dove there who will need her help. Go on. You too. Go and live your story. As for mine must go in a different direction.
Oh. Karena semua make sense dari awal kita sampai ke LINKTREE.
How would you like to experience the thrill of never being held accountable for your actions? You could crush people like ants without consequence, or tear off their heads or limbs as you please. Believe me, such a life is but one small step away.
What point is he trying to make? Freedom? But the freedom to kill? To do evil and get away with it? Why would you offer me that?
The creation of a world is the ultimate scientific experiment. I have taken my research to the highest level, where I shall be not just a god, but also a servant to many sacred spirits. I shall heed the truth and perform holy deeds. A god's laboratory is the perfect playground.
Lanjut.
But it needs the right occupant to explore its full potential. Mortals are found everywhere one looks. Not so with Descenders. I'd prefer my first guest to be a distinguished individual such as yourself. And I know you could make the most of the opportunities it offers.
So the condition for entering the new world is to take innocent lives. The same dilemma that Rerir once faced.
Oh.
Could I really bring myself to kill others for my own benefit? Rerir did. And look where it got him.
Have you made up your mind?
I can't do it. Your playground is no place for me. You're putting your hopes in the wrong person. But we both know I'm not quite the hero you say I am either. I have my own reasons for the journey I'm on, and they aren't all selfless.
You've grown a lot since we last met, but there are still things you are unwilling to compromise on. This will only hinder you. Why don't I lower my requirements a little as a gesture of goodwill? I'll give you a little time to learn to be a less noble soul. That'll make things much easier for you.
I really doubt I could live that sort of life.
And yet you already sound less defiant than a moment ago. The benefits appeal to you because you can read the signs of the times.
Pinadabisamu setidaknya. Keuntungannya menarik, kamu bisa melihat dengan arah.
Why don't we return to my research facility? Your last visit was so rushed. There is much that I have yet to show you.
Oh.
Now to that question,
Heroes don't attack from behind. Guess I'm no hero.
This is most disappointing.
Oh no.
Now then. A new face. Interesting.
You're still gonna call me Hat Guy after that, huh? I didn't see anyone else in there who needed saving.
Yang bawah dong.
It's nothing. I'll be fine. Why are you looking at me like that? Is it that shocking that I'd come to your rescue?
Kaget karena kamu bisa bikin.
I owed you a favor back in Sumeru. Now we're even. Distracting Dotori was tough. I won't lie. He's not gonna fall for the same trick twice. That was my one shot. I'd hoped to use it to take him out. Ugh. I never wanted to obliterate someone more than I do right now. Dotori doesn't recognize me. But his segments were originally made based on an analysis of I expect it's only a matter of time before he figures out what I am.
So Dotori doesn't recognize Wanderer because he deleted himself from Irminsul. Did he really miss his only chance for revenge by saving me?
Why the long face? Hey, I'm not blaming you, okay? And I'm not complaining either. Rescuing you and everyone would be pretty stuck without you. It's best you live.
How are you holding up? Are you all right? Hat Guy said to put safety first, so we agreed to run as far away as we could after leaving the energy field and only meet up once it was safe.
You don't look injured. It seems that Dotori didn't do anything to you.
All right. Rescue operation complete. Let's head back. There's a lot more work to be done before this.
Yep. Dapat 7 orang di satu tempat gak tuh?
Understood. I will bear the Saritsa's decree in mind. I don't see what's so awesome about it, though. Does he really think everyone else is as immature as him? I'm not stooping to Tartaglia's level.
I thought you might say that. How's your progress?
Quite promising, actually. That alchemist Albedo gave me a few ideas. Remember how I asked you to look up some files for me? That stuff on the Nachtschitzenkreuz Institute. Rene de Petrichor and Jakob Ingold. Alain Guillotin despised Rene's theories and methods, but he—
I thought Alain was like a father to you.
No.
He and Rene were mortal enemies, were they not?
And what would you say if Lenny and his friends one day learned something useful from someone you utterly detested?
I would applaud them for it. That would mean that they have surpassed me.
For all we know, Alain Guillotin might have thought the same thing. Not that it matters, though. He's dead, and I'm alive. So it's my call to make. Once you die, it doesn't matter how great you were in life. Only the living get to decide what happens next.
Hey, come on out. They're back.
Huh?
Oh?
You're back? And your head's still screwed on? And you still have all your limbs?
What does it look like? Way to keep your composure, madam.
Kenapa tanya begitu? Siapa su?
Excuse you. I am perfectly composed.
Glad you're okay. Yes, it's a huge relief.
Worry? Oh, yeah, right. You think we, the Fatui, were worried about you?
Fatui.
We were worried sick.
Hey!
The Traveler and I were already friends. You are free to join this mission in whatever capacity you please. Much like your tea parties.
Oh, kamu bebas bergabung dalam misi ini dengan cara apapun yang kamu suka.
It's a laugh a minute with you guys.
I must say, I was quite surprised when Mr. Albedo told me he would need no additional aid.
We discussed this on our way back as well. I am rarely so unequivocal, but in this case, we had full confidence in Hat Guy.
He said he knew what he was doing. Albedo and I pretty much had to just wait outside on standby. Meanwhile, Hat Guy broke into the energy field and rescued the Traveler solo.
Mantap.
You didn't have to mention that.
Well, I'm thoroughly impressed. You are a force to be reckoned with, Hat Guy.
Is she back? Is she really back? Traveler! It's really you! Oh, thank goodness! Paimon missed you so much!
You can finally breathe easy, Paimon.
It's great to have you back in one piece! Oh, Paimon's been having nightmares the whole time you were gone!
Look at them. You know, once you reach my age, there's nothing better than watching a misty-eyed reunion between friends.
Jadi sekali pertemuan kembali yang
It's nothing. Same goes when you get to my age too. I bet Ino and Anefa would be tearing up as well if they were here.
juga pasir. Kenapa harus ngomongin?
Varka, I'm not sure Anefa can cry.
Oh, yeah, good point. Hey, your eyes are looking a little red and puffy. Come here, let's hug it out.
What? Ew, no! No, thank you. You're not my dad, okay?
Oh.
Knock it off! Everyone, I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused you. But the silver lining is, I didn't come away from this ordeal empty-handed. While I was being held captive, I learned a lot about Dottoro's current capabilities and what he plans to do with them.
The three moon goddesses were even more powerful than we imagined. No wonder Dottore believes himself to be equal to the gods, maybe even superior.
Utter blasphemy.
While everyone was gone, Nefer and I made an interesting discovery, and I believe Miss Sandrone has something to share too. Ma'am, perhaps you could do the honors?
Called it. Getting rid of a pesky troublemaker like her is like trying to clean up after a crumbly cake.
Yeah,
it always comes back to haunt you.
Our next step is to find a way to bring her back.
A place where time flows backwards, with no destination in sight. Surely it must...
It sounds like she's on a specific path through time, just traveling in the opposite direction to us. The question is, where does that path lead? Or will it keep going to infinity?
Kemungkinan kita lanjutinnya malam. Ini sih gak bisa bakal habis semalam ini juga sih.
We considered that question as well. Strictly speaking, time is not infinite.
Indeed not. Every road has an end.
Nicole! You sure loved quietly sneaking in mid-conversation.
I do, in fact. It's something I've always done at our mages' tea parties. Quiet, mysterious, and persuasive. You wonder what lies at the end of her road. Well, just as the world has a beginning and an end, so too does time. And so, the end of the road is the moment that Tevat was born. But where Miss Columbina will end up along this road, that depends on where this particular river of reverse time began.
What about the original moons and the moon goddesses? Do they have a beginning too?
All things do. In the beginning, no moons adorned the sky. It was the Dragon King Nibelung who raised the 3 moons into the heavens, and thus were the moon goddesses born. They were shadows of the planet, born to wield Nibelung's authority and oversee the world on his behalf. They were extensions of his will, manifestations of his majesty. But then one day, they disappeared just as suddenly as they had once been brought into being. Nobody knew where they had gone.
Kenapa tiba-tiba balik ke Columbina?
Like I thought, no more paths back to reality have emerged since. But how can I be sure that I'm going the right way without scenes from reality to keep me on track? I can't even be sure of how long I've been walking for. The further I travel, the less stable this space becomes. There are even moments where I can sense something that feels like abyssal energy. They can just materialize out of thin air. Is that the ray here of Solnari?
You are the moon goddess. But how? Please, there's no need. I'm not interested in fighting anymore.
I find that a little difficult to believe.
Yeah. Honestly, so do I. The way you used my own power against me was... It was a brilliant strategy. And then, in the final moment before I was thrown into this space, I had to see an old friend.
Mr. Dainsleif.
Right. It was so long ago now. When I first got here, I was filled with hatred, remorse, and rage. How I cursed and devoured. I tore everything here apart. I was consumed by the desire to leave this place and have my vengeance. But to no avail. This is a place with no exit. This is the second time I've entered this space. Though I have no memory of the first, I was torn to shreds the moment I entered. But this time I survived. It must be partly because of this new body, and partly because of all the Kuvaki I absorbed in Nodcry.
Are you the source of the abyssal power in here?
Not all of it. Some is from when I first arrived here and tried to destroy everything. But there was already a degree of abyssal power here before I entered. And like a venomous snake baking in the merciless sun, it tried to slither into my shadow.
Tried to? So, you rejected it?
Yes. Because after that, the world suddenly became silent for a moment.
What do you mean?
The voices in my head, they were gone. And then, I saw her.
Her?
Thelindis.
My former lover.
Never mentioned that she saw a memory of the Lindis leaping into the moon's reflection.
More precisely, I saw her after image. I'm sure the real her is long gone. She was just an ordinary Conrian. She couldn't have survived here for very long. Anyway, why have you come here? Didn't you know it was a dead end?
Kamu tidak tahu cara jalanku?
If I hadn't escaped through the moon gate, my friends would have been in far greater danger.
Aku tidak kabur. Oh.
Oh, I see. Because of your power. The power of a moon goddess.
What?
You'd like to know how I know, wouldn't you? The one who resurrected me said so. I could hear deep lust for power in his voice.
Do you mean Dottore?
Dottore. So that's what he's called. He'd been collecting fragments of my body for a long time, all so that he could resurrect me at the moment of his choosing. I had no interest in his research, but being as corroded by the abyss as I was, we were aligned as far as hunting the moons and recovering my strength were concerned.
So that's why the Wild Hunt suddenly became so active in Nodcry. When I left the Fatui in my weakened state, Dottore must have felt that his time had come.
Moon Goddess, could I ask a favor of you?
What?
What?
I know this is a lot to ask, especially from someone who tried to kill you. If you refuse, I won't fight it.
I know. Aku tahu ini bukan hal sepele, apalagi meminta tolong ada orang yang pernah mencoba bunuhmu. Kalau
But this is the only thing I desire now. Nothing else matters.
What do you want?
I'd like you to take a message to Thalindis for me.
Thalindis?
Yes, she's dead. But like I said, I saw her after image.
Ya, dia sudah dead, tapi tadi aku sudah bercerita bahwa aku melihat banyak.
I can sense that some part of her soul remains here. Far, far ahead.
Why don't you go and speak to her yourself?
I can't. I don't know why, but I can't move freely in this space as you can. All I can see is a glimpse of her walking away. Just like the moment when I last saw her in life. In return, I will clear these abyssal obstacles for you. No, not in return. I'll clear them for you. Whether you want to help me or not, it feels like something I ought to do.
Why?
Yeah. Why, indeed. I've been asking myself that question a lot recently. Why did I do the things I did? I'm tired of it all. Tired of the person I became. People used me. And then I turned around and started using others. I think I grew tired of it long ago. But I wouldn't admit it to myself. And ultimately, that's how I ended up here.
What do you wish to tell her?
All of it. My past. My mistakes. Everything that happened after we were separated.
Is it okay if I give her the abridged version?
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty you can skip over. Just tell her the important parts.
Like the part where you relentlessly tried to kill us?
It's up to you. Love demands honesty. But my relationship with Thelindis was built on lies. We hid too much from each other. But after living my whole life in the shadows, I don't want to hide anything anymore.
I will do my best.
Biar bersihin abyss di sini.
There. The abyss will no longer stand in your way.
Even though Mr. Dainsleif felt he had to fight you,
Gua
I
rasa
think
bisa
he still
tetap-
regarded you as a friend.
Dane?
He said that you betrayed him, but he also felt great
Bilang
remorse
kamu.
at never having understood what you were truly going through.
Dan tidak pernah mencoba memaafkan.
Why tell me this?
Because
Dia
if
pasti
he'd
ingin
known that
bilang.
someone could take a message to you, I believe that's what he would have said.
Thank you. I know this will sound strange coming from me, but don't die, Moon Goddess. I can tell that you're determined to get out of here.
Mungkin ucapan berikutnya akan terdengar aneh dan canggung, tapi don't die, don't dead. Aku tahu kamu sangat wing, wing, wing.
He kept his word. The abyss is no longer obstructing my path.
Deket loh. Ini sana di sini.
Is that the Lindis? She wasn't far off at all. And yet, they can never meet. Hello, Miss Thelindis.
Who are you? How do you know my name? I've never seen anyone else here before.
You can call me Columbina. I promised Rerir that I'd bring a message to you.
Rerir? My Rerir? Is he well?
He's doing better than he was.
Lebih baik dibanding kondisi.
Better than he was, huh? Sounds like he's had a pretty rough time.
Ya seperti dia juga.
Others have had a rough time on his account too. In many cases, their time ran out because of him.
Bahkan banyak ya.
And I'm not just talking about the children of the Crimson Moon.
So, things got worse before they got better. Could you tell me what happened, Miss Columbina?
Are you sure you wish to know?
Yes. This is my opportunity to learn the truth. No matter how hard it is to hear, I have to know.
I admire your courage. However, time is short. I cannot stay here for long.
Dia ceritain semua.
Rerir had seeds of hatred in his heart, and many people nursed them for their own ends. On some level, everything he did was to try and find a way to see you again. But in the end, he came to regret his mistakes. He wanted to apologize for hiding his past from you. Beyond that, he did not say specifically what it was he wished to convey to you.
Tidak bilang apa sebenarnya.
But I'm sure that you've always been on his mind. You are what has kept him going over all these years.
Artinya dia masih.
I'm sorry, Miss Columbina. This is so upsetting. I'm not sure how to put my feelings into words.
It's all right. I understand. Well, that's everything from me. So...
Wait. Time flows backwards here. The road ahead only leads further and further into the past.
Dan ke depan akan terus menuju masa lalu.
I intend to reach the end of that road.
Without a moon marrow, without the 3 moons' power, you won't make it far. Wait, unless... Are you one of the moon goddesses?
Tanpa sunsum bulan, tanpa kekuatan bulan, Anda tidak akan bisa pergi jauh kecuali... Oke.
You could say that.
I see. I often think to myself, if life is like a train ride, why haven't I reached the terminus? Where am I even going? And it's not just me, it's this whole place. Wherever it is, it seems like it's existed forever. It's such a mystery. Where is it going? I must seem so ridiculous. I can't answer these basic questions, and yet I jumped right in here without hesitating, only to be torn apart the moment I entered by powerful energy currents. Only my soul remains now. Thinking back, I was suddenly overcome with fear and terror in that moment. Perhaps I too became bewitched by the abyss. I used to be a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum in Conria, researching the iridescent moon's marrow. Eventually, I came to the conclusion that time in here flows in reverse.
Bentar, aku sambil... Aku sama peneliti Universitas Korea yang setelah mencoba, jadi aku sampai
Saweria was one of the Finster King's retainers. With me, he was in an impossible position. It plagued him constantly. I wanted to help him escape his lot in life. I wanted him to be happy. So I thought I'd use this place to return to the past. At the time, I thought I could just go back to the day that the Finster King first found the prince. It was only after meeting the prince that the Finster King started going too far with his research into the abyss. That was the day all of our woes began. I thought I could stop the king from ever meeting him and solve everything.
I couldn't kill the Finster King himself, so I had to find another way to save Rayrir. That's why I wanted to go back, to kill the person who had brought new possibilities to our realm.
I'm sure it was a futile endeavor, but the abyss probably enhances the basest human desires. So I naively hoped I could change everything. But I was simply too weak, like a speck of dust against the whole universe. Look at me. I didn't even survive the journey here. Not physically, at least. I know I'm never getting out of here. But you're different. You can make it, and I want to help you.
How do you plan to help me?
Have you noticed the golden energy that exists here? Based on my past research and my observations since coming here, I believe they carry you forward faster.
Mereka bisa mau Anda maju.
I can share what I've learned and help you understand the pattern in which this energy appears. I think you just might... Now, I know you will be able to change the past.
Anda bisa mengubah.
Also, I've been speculating about where this phase ends. The documentation was scanned, but from what I know of the legends about the moons, the oldest ones seem to begin with Nibelung, king of dragonkind. I have no way of verifying any of it by this point, but if it's true, you might be able to reach that era if you keep walking.
Understood. Thank you.
I'm the one who should be thanking you. If you hadn't entered this realm of everlasting death, what use would my deductions be? Thanks to you, they have some meaning. About Rayrir, I'm so sorry for everything.
It wasn't your fault.
That's not true. Because we both feared bringing trouble upon each other, neither of us ever told the truth. And that dishonesty sealed our fates. But enough about that. I wish you a safe journey, Miss Columbina.
Number one itu kejujuran. Jangan sampai kayak si
And may the
Tolin
outside world never have
Saweria.
to experience pain like this again. Rayrir, you're there. I cannot see you because you exist in the future. I expect we'll be trapped in this prison of space-time for all eternity. But please, gaze upon the past, and then sit for a while. Let's find a place to sit down together, just like we did when we first met.
Oh.
How long have I been walking? How much further till I reach the end? Is there even an end to be found? Everything's getting blurry. Are you all right, little sister? Have you come from the distant future?
Oh no. Masih ada sekitar 9 menit.
How exactly did the moons just disappear?
The world is a vast and ancient place. On a certain scale, all life lasts for but a fleeting moment.
Miss Nicole explained that the moon goddesses likely perished in the war of funerary flame.
Am I missing something then? 'Cause the stories say that the moon goddesses were born on the moon, but doesn't Columbina say she was born in Nodcry?
Huh. Why do their birthplaces differ? What's the difference between the two generations of moon goddesses?
Also, remember what Sandrone said? Her scans detected 4 moons. In other words, 4 moon marrows.
Technically, the result of the scan means that 4 moon marrows were detected and positively identified as moons in that moment. In other words, this piece of information alone isn't enough for us to know how Miss Columbina is doing right now.
Yep. We have no way of staying up to date on whether she's dead or alive. She's on her own for now.
Ya, apa dia?
But at least she's trying her best to get back to us. Yeah. She's a tough cookie. And a sore loser, too. We have to trust that she'll find a way. Because we really need her power. As much as it pains me to say it, we've got no chance of beating Dottore in a straight-up fight. He's much too powerful. It wouldn't... That maniac is going to devour everything in his path until he reaches us. We need to find someone or something that can stop him before he does anything worse. I'll be frank. Our only hope of defeating this false god is with a real moon goddess on our side. I'm not just saying this because Columbina's a friend and I want her back safe and sound. It's just the truth. And I know that even she was no match for him when he attacked, but I don't have a better solution.
We're not giving up on saving her, whether she can defeat Dottore or not.
Right. Don't worry, Miss Sandrone. We're all aligned on saving Columbina.
No one's trying to argue that we can only justify saving our friend because it will help save the world. This is about multitasking. We want to save both.
So, she's more than just a moon goddess to you guys?
Absolutely.
Duh! She's part of the gang! And you were— Yes, I know. You don't need to labor the point. I knew that the moment I came running over with my documents that I was part of the in-group. Anyway, as for how we get Columbina back, I've been working on it constantly. But I think I'm still lacking certain information about the moon. I'd probably get there if I could continue my calculations, but the problem is, I've run out of
computing power? You mean you need more energy?
No, the issue isn't energy, it's processing power. There's so much data to get through that the whole process has just ground to a halt.
That's a tricky problem.
René de Petrichor of the Nazissenkreuz Ordo once foretold the fate of the world. But I don't know how he did it. My guess is that he used the primordial sea's power. However, that won't work for me. His methodology was vastly different from my own. What's worse, they're incompatible. And, this is so annoying. If I'd known we'd run into a bottleneck like this. Well, no, the design bureau's a bust as well. Curse that Dottore! Couldn't have made this harder for me if he tried.
Oh, what do we do then? How about we grab a bite to eat and take a break? Maybe something will come to mind after you—
You don't get it, do you? I'm trying to calculate the fate of an entire world here, and I need accurate results, not vague prophecies. Where the heck am I gonna find the computing power for that? Ahem. Anyway, time to shelve the discussion.
Either way, we've done what we can. Rest well, everyone. Remember to let us know if anything new comes up.
Hawkeye? Is he hinting that we should talk outside?
Let's go somewhere a little more private. You know that Dory went back to Sumeru, right?
Yeah, she mentioned she was planning to head back.
Things aren't looking good for Notcry. She's gone to spread the word so that Sumeru has a chance to prepare for the worst. From what I know of Dottore, there are two possible reasons why he hasn't made a move yet. One is that he's still working through some kinks in his new powers. The other is, he wants to see how we're going to react. He'll easily devour everything eventually, so I guess he's in no rush to make it happen. The first false god he made was me. Now it's his turn. Even though my records were erased from Irminsul, Dottore's ideas haven't changed one bit. He once told me that becoming a god was like turning yourself into a hungry wolf or giant serpent to devour the moon. Clearly, he began studying the moon goddess's powers long before he even tried making a god. He's always wanted to get his greedy hands on divine authority one way or another. And in the end, he devoured the moon where I failed. In the desert of Sumeru, there is a chessboard built by King Deshret, also known as Al-Ahmar. I don't know if it was a real game, or if he was just trying to challenge his servants and citizens in some way. But creating games and setting rules, gods do that as a matter of course. That's the kind of power Dottore craves. Now he has the Trilunar Authority. His power is leagues beyond the common people. I don't think there's any point in other nations rushing to the front line. They're better off focusing on defense and hoping they can fend off any threats that spill out from Nordcry. Either way, Dori will inform Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she will contact the other gods in turn. The Seven will have some recourse available. If nothing else, their protection should keep the rest of the world from descending into chaos as quickly as Nordcry has. So on the bright side, even if Nordcry is doomed, your friends in other nations won't be in any immediate peril.
That's good to know. But I'm not ready to give up on Nordcry yet.
There's a word for people who refuse to let anything go. It's called being greedy.
Maybe it sounds greedy to you, and probably naive too. But whatever you call it, that's what gives me the determination to keep fighting. Battles are fleeting, but the will to fight is a long-term commitment. Give up for even a moment, and your resolve will shatter.
Why do you always feel the need to do the right thing? No one is born to be a savior. I mean, who's gonna criticize you if you fail or give up?
Don't take this the wrong way, but Dottore said something similar to me. I guess the Fatui attracts people who don't believe in saviors.
Not necessarily. It's less about belief for me. I just want to know how determined you really are. After all, I don't owe anything to anyone.
You look kinda worried.
If your arch-nemesis was about to achieve their ultimate goal, I think you might feel a little worried too.
That's true. Dottore is about to become an omniscient, omnipotent deity. That's gotta be a bitter pill to swallow.
Sebentar lagi akan jadi dewa.
Still, you're calmer than I expected.
Obviously. I have to admit that my past self was a reckless fool who misunderstood. And as much as I want my vengeance, I know I'm not gonna get it by acting alone. Too bad it never taught me any other virtues, though. So, I am going to destroy Dottore. No.
So, what's your plan?
I'll get to that. First, tell me, what do you think of Sandrone?
Just like Paimon said, she's a friend, part of the gang.
How much do you trust her? This is a serious question. Think carefully before you answer.
Although she's with the Fatui, she has her own values, and she's helped us a lot. If nothing else, she's clearly going the extra mile for Columbina. I see no reason not to trust her.
If you say so. In that case, the three of us need to talk. I have some thoughts about her computing problem. It can be solved, but it will come with a cost.
How much? If I can afford it, I'll cover it.
Sometimes your heroism really backs me into a corner. You know that? Come on, let's go talk to her.
Ngobrol di sana lagi. Apa bedanya?
Miss Androne, traveler.
Hey there.
Hey there.
Paimon's here too! She was just helping them sort through their things. How did your chat go?
That was fast. The call only just ended.
Well, you said it was urgent, so we got here as quickly as we could.
Albedo, I have some alchemy questions for you.
I see. Looks like my knowledge proved useful after all. If I might ask, what is the end goal for the modified formula you'll be using?
I needed to predict the future of the entire world. But I've run into some teething issues since trying to implement Renee's theory of the 4 Orthants.
I see. I'll have a look at it. Still, computing power is the real issue here. How do you plan to solve it?
About that, it's been sorted.
Oh, with the Traveler's help?
Actually, you're not wrong. She found the person with the solution.
Was it Hat Guy?
Yeah, it was him.
Wow! Go Hat Guy! Seems like all that time studying at the academia is paying off big time.
Nggak sia-sia sih bener belajar di Akademi itu.
But where is he? Wasn't he the one who asked Albedo and I to come here?
Come with me.
Hat Guy? What?
Hat Guy! Can you... No response. I guess he's in hibernation.
Hat Guy mentioned that he was a puppet. It seems that his functions are currently shut down. I presume this has something to do with the solution to your computing problem.
Ini ada hubungannya dengan solusi kali sebelumnya.
That's right. He and the Traveler came to see me. Wait, what? You have a solution?
Would you calm down? Why do you always react so hysterically to everything?
Excuse me? How would you know? You shouldn't be so quick to judge complete strangers. It's very bad manners.
Oh, please. It doesn't take that long to figure out that you have a temper.
Where does a mere student get that kind of confidence?
I've actually published more papers than you. Not that status counts for much. Even Paimon's applied for academia admission.
Huh? Are you serious?
See? This is why I can't be bothered to explain myself. She recognizes no one's skills but her own.
Okay, fine. I'll hear you out. So, tell me, how do you propose to solve my computing power problem?
This world itself is constantly processing all kinds of information. If it's the world's future you're trying to calculate, you need a processing device that's designed to cope with that volume.
Easier said than done. Only Irminsul can handle that kind of... Wait, is that what you're suggesting? But surely we can't just plug my formula directly into the ley lines.
You should be able to tell that I'm not human, right?
Kamu pasti sudah tahu.
Yeah, I noticed. The technology, though, seems pretty ancient. Very different from Fontaine's. It's a completely different system.
Conrian, to be precise. I'm what they would have called a puppet. Puppets need an energy source and processing power. The artisans who built them sought out the materials most suited for that purpose.
Mereka perlu sumber energi dan kemampuan berproses. Para pengkaji yang membuat materi-materi lain.
You? Do you mean...
The Traveler and I have talked it over. She's willing to vouch for you. So, I'll allow you to borrow my core for your calculations. It was built using wood from a silver white tree, which makes it a small part of Irminsul.
Conrian technology and Irminsul wood. Who in the world could have built you?
Wow.
Are you sure about this? A puppet without its core will cease functioning completely. And if it's left in that state for too long, it might not recover. You could die if you do this. You do realize that, don't you?
Terus mereka akan bisa mati loh.
I can put 2 and 2 together. Yes. No need to rub it in.
I won't lie to you. This has never been done before. I cannot guarantee your safety.
Jujur ya, ini belum pernah dilakuin sebelumnya. Tidak ada contoh, jadi aku tidak bisa menjamin keselamatan.
Doesn't matter. I'm prepared for the worst.
Did you two actually talk this through? Is he... Are we really considering this?
Yes, we discussed it. The bottom line is, he trusts me and I trust you. Let's give it a shot, shall we?
Honestly, I have no clue where this kid even came from. But for whatever reason, he lent me his core to use in my formula.
Benar aja ya. Benar-benar ya, aku bahkan nggak tahu.
I'm very close to finishing my calculations now, and the core is currently in use. So I'm sorry, but I can only show you a sketch right now. This is what the core looks like.
A silver white branch. It certainly matches the legends told about Irminsul.
Is Hat Guy gonna be okay?
He's not gonna die, right? In theory, he should be fine. As long as we put his core back in time. Beyond that, all I can say is that I'll try my best to avoid risk and make sure the core doesn't sustain any damage.
I think I know why you called us here now. Someone needs to watch over his body and make sure it's protected until the process completes.
Correct. He said that the only ones he trusts here are you two, and the Traveler. And the Traveler will have other work to do.
He will have our undivided attention.
Aww, Hat Guy. On a more positive note, things are progressing steadily on my end. I'll call every...
The worst case scenario with the core removal is either a system reset or a total loss of function. But I'm not afraid. A quiet death should have been my fate long ago. A core is completely different from a heart. It's like another vital organ entirely. I never believed it could be a true replacement for what I sought. But in the end, it turns out the core was more useful to me. Pretty funny when you think about it. It's like do you think there's any difference between a puppet and a human? If not, then this would just be another samsara. I have already experienced both a past life and a next life. Part of me wonders whether I'm only capable of making this decision because I've become a real human. What's with that expression?
Sanjuni will succeed, won't she?
She will. We all have to persevere until this is over.
That's right. And I'll protect you all until a moment of victory arrives.
Kamu juga masa konsep. What time is it? Udah mau jam 11. 7 menit lagi ini mungkin menyimpan data. Saya bisa aku off aja gameplaynya. Karena takutnya kebablasan lagi.
Who are you?
Oke, mungkin sampai sini dulu ya kan. Yang penting besok malam ya. Kemudian besok malam karena siang itu aku ada sesuatu yang harus aku buat. Dan ya. Makasih. Kita absen dulu. Ada siapa saja? Ada Aoi, ada Rucus, ada Ayama, ada Yusuf, dan ada Lukas. So, makasih udah nonton sampai akhir. Aku Sairo ini pamit undur diri dulu. Oke. Ini biar lebih nice. Ini ikut mati. Oke. Bye-bye.